Afternoon, guys. So this is Divine from A Short Bid. Most of you already know us from other platforms, but if you do not already know us or know myself, we are health and social care tender management specialists. We help healthcare providers and social care providers to win contracts with the government, which is very crucial if you are a health and social care provider looking to scale and grow your business. You cannot, or it's very impossible to grow or scale it without getting government contracts, because a lot of the contracts, a lot of the services that you're providing is going to be procured from the government as opposed to their regular Joe blocks on the street, the civilians. So what we do is extremely critical to be able to allow providers like yourself to grow and scale their business. This week we got a significant letter back from Staffordshire County Council on their Children's Community Care Framework, which we helped a client to bid for. This framework essentially was looking for providers who can provide support, care and support for children under the age of 18 who potentially have learning or physical disabilities, autism, sensory impairments or challenging behaviors. And they need providers who can adequately support these children within their homes or out in the community. These children are specifically residing within Staffordshire County Council, so the main buyer here was Staffordshire County Council. The client here was already based in Staffordshire, are providing adult domiciliary care services in Staffordshire. So they needed a couple of avenues to be able to scale and grow their business. One low-hanging fruit for you to scale your business is not to completely change or add on additional service. So you're already providing care. What you could also do is simply change or add on another additional age group. So rather than going from care to them providing accommodation or to them providing transportation, just a whole different service with more capital investment, all we needed to do to give the client a different route to scale is by adding additional age groups. So rather than doing just adults, they can now support and care for children. Yes, it's two separate services, two separate skill sets, separate resources that are needed, but it's still within the category of care and social care. So in this particular framework, it was very competitive, hundreds and hundreds of providers bidding for it, as you can imagine. Again, because it's a framework with limited number of providers that would be selected. So if you are one of those providers that are fortunate enough to be selected, you're pretty much guaranteed a lot of work, a lot of hours from that framework. So the first thing that was really important for the client here, and also for yourself, if you are going to be bidding or looking at scaling your business or growing your business, consider the age group. If you're already based within a specific county delivering children's care, children's domiciliary care, have you exhausted that option and you're now looking for ways to continue to increase your income and scale and grow your business? Potentially look at delivering into another age group, so going past that 18 plus. It's still CQC who regulates it because it's domiciliary care. So CQC would regulate children's domiciliary care, and it also regulates adults domiciliary care. So you just add the specialism for adults or vice versa, add the specialism of CQC for children, because CQC does regulate both. Now, for this client specifically, all we had to do was add that specialism for children. They can then go ahead and deliver the services for children. That's also domiciliary care. So this tender was very important for them to scale that side of the business, because they're already working in Staffordshire and with Staffordshire in a separate segment for adults. Secondly, this framework, as I mentioned earlier on, it was only looking for a limited number of providers. Typically, if a framework is looking for a limited number of providers, it's a good sign, because it means that there are only a small amount of providers that the council are working with, as opposed to hundreds of providers on the tender, which means that if it's, depending on what system you're using, if it's a ranked system, it means if you're at the bottom of the chain, you're not going to get any at all. If you do get one package in a year or 2 years, you'll probably be lucky. But there are a lot of tenders like that that many clients are on. have won, but they've not got any single work. So now you need to understand and be strategic in the types of tenders you're choosing to select and to bid for. So number 2, the tender was a framework with a limited number of providers, which means that now they are one of a select number that will be getting the packages for the next 3 and 4 years, which is how long this framework is going to be lasting for. So they've pretty much guaranteed themselves income and a revenue stream from this framework for the next 3 and 4 years. So their business can continue to gradually and incrementally grow on the children's domiciliary care side and on this particular framework. And then if they do choose to branch out into another county or another location, either in adults or children, now they've got experience delivering both services, and they can use this experience to bid on other contracts, and that's how the incremental growth continues sustainably time and time again. So if you are looking to bid, consider at least these 2 things. Number 1, what options does this tender allow for me to scale? Does this tender just give me another room for doing the same thing I'm already doing in a different location where I have to pump more resources in to get to this location? I've got a tender here in London, and I'm now looking to do the same thing in Manchester, 5 hours away. Is it just bidding for bidding's sake? Have you considered the logistical reasons or the mileage? Have you considered the expenses, resources, the staffing for getting from A to B? Or can I stay within this particular area and still scale within this area where the cost to scale is a lot lower and the return on investment is a lot higher? Meaning, can I deliver the same services to a different age group? Can I stay within the same location and potentially add transportation? Potentially, can I add accommodation, make it into supported living, from domiciliary care to supported living within the same geographical area? These are things for you to consider. How can this tender allow you to scale and grow your business within your current means without having to go too far out of your way? Secondly, what type of tender is it? So is it a contract? Is it a single contract award where there's one single provider? It might be a lot more competitive, but of course it's going to be a lot more lucrative. Is it a framework with less number of providers on there? Is it a DPS where it's a lot of providers on there, but potentially they close it every year, where they have annual evaluation rounds? It might not be the worst thing in the world. Is it one that just stays open every 3 months? They evaluate. Understand what type of tender you are applying to, so you can get an idea on the demand or how much work you're going to be getting from this tender, because you don't want to bid just for the sake of bidding. So these 2 things are very crucial if you are going to be able to scale and grow your business sustainably. Right now on the link below, you can click on BidSuit. BidSuit is essentially the platform that allows you to do just that. You can analyze the eligibility for each tender, how many providers they're taking on, how much they're paying you, where the tender is based, what type of services is needed. Is it adults? Is it children? Is it supported living? Is it domiciliary care? All the tenders for health and social care in England right now. Simply click on the link in the bio. You can also potentially get a free demo if you reach out and contact the team now.